Hey, Jonathan York from Bay Financial Partners, looking at the investment markets. Halfway through October, and so far the equity curse that has sort of plagued shares through previous Octobers hasn't quite struck. The equity markets are holding up reasonably well. The earnings season out of the US has so far been a little bit of a mixed picture, but overall for every positive announcement there's been a slightly negative announcement as well, which has tended to keep the market pretty much in balance. Still quite a bit of talk out there about the Chinese growth rate and how that's slowing. As we've discussed before, that does have to be put into perspective. Certainly it has slowed from the plus 10% it was growing at, but still at just over 7–7.5%. The Chinese growth is still pretty comfortable compared with the other developed nations, growing at least twice as quickly, or in some cases 3 or 4 times. So I say it does. It is slowing. But also as well, the Chinese authorities are sort of quite comfortable with adding further stimulus if required to keep that growth rate ticking along. Here in New Zealand, we still got the higher offer for Fisher and Paykel appliances. That initial offer, the advice was to reject that offer. The independent report that came out valued the company at around $1.27 to $1.54, and certainly the independent directors have taken heed of that and have decided that the initial offer would not be supported by them. It will be interesting though to test the resolve if a revised offer came back from higher in the region of sort of 135 to 140. Just be interesting to see what the advice would be there. For those investors who are looking for income, and certainly quite a few New Zealanders are, we do have the high dividend shares, the property trusts, etc., that offer a reasonable return. But also as well, Infratel have just announced a new retail bond offer in the marketplace. There will be a 6-year bond that will open up on the 17th of October. The interest rate will be 6.85%. Interest will be paid quarterly, and the usual terms that in terms of the early bird rate, that as soon as they receive the application form and cash the cheque, you'll start to receive that 6.85%. We do have an allocation, but it is pretty highly sought after, and I suspect it will go pretty quickly. So if you are interested, call us on 0800 867 323, or go to the website www.bayfinancialpartners.co.nz for lots of interesting articles, the application form, and we look forward to speaking to you soon.